Hi everyone, this is Tiffany, also known as the Perfectly Wise. I'm coming with, I guess you can say this is in the winter community update, energy update here. You'll notice for a little good part there of November, I took some time off personally because there's been, and this has kind of been going on more broadly with the collective here, much purging and release that has been occurring here as spiritual. You could say like a resonance of spiritual upgrade has been occurring. So it's been a pretty heavy and pretty intense process that has really required a lot of presence and yeah, just being present and engaged in the moment that is occurring. So that is time that I took for myself. Certainly in a space of upgrade here. I'm actually kind of part on a retreat here over the weekend, but I was drawn to pull a few cards for our community, our collective, and see what pops up. So we'll just go right into it. Sorry, part of my upgrade that's going on here is in my throat chakra. So I've been having a lot of stuff coming up here in the throat chakra. So in any case, let's see what pops up here. I'm pulling today from the Animal Tarot deck. So let's see what pops up. One, two, three, ooh, 4, 5, 6. Interesting. A lot of messages. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The messages that you receive at this moment in time, you want to really you want to really be quite assured here in honoring those messages, honoring those inklings where your inner knowing, where your intuition guides you and leads you, like the voice, the message that is languaged in that space. Trust in that voice, trust in what is being languaged by virtue of your intuition. And also, speaking of throat chakra, where you are motivated in speaking up, speaking your truth, honoring your truth, honor that, speak that, claim that. That's what I'm getting here in these two pages. Page of Cups and Page of Swords at the top here. Yeah, there's a lot of motivation and inkling here around just communication. Whether by virtues of like what's in your mind or what is channeled in through your senses and or like through your heart. Yeah, so let's say more about that. What about these messages? Beautiful angels. Ooh, okay. Beautiful angels. Ascended masters. Creators of the elemental realm. Creators of nature. Spirit guides. Ancestors. Brothers and sisters across our galaxies and realms. Beings of love and light. Know me well and wish me well. Another page. The great goddess. I thank you for another day of love. We thank you. Whoa. For another day of love, life, and purpose on this earthly plane. We ask you, let as always, whoa, okay, and channeled as always by my own intuition, that deep, wow, damn, that deep place of inner knowing and wisdom. There's certainly a fork in the road here that's being mined here for soul beings at this time. And almost a sense of wonderment here of, am I making the right choices? Am I on the right path? Am I prioritizing the right thing? Am I working on the right thing? An assurance there. And you can almost say that's like the breath. And in many ways here, you might perceive here that is the last breath. The last but also very powerful breaths of doubts, of inhibitions, of addictions, of limitations that are pulling them back here to where they no longer in actuality are present. Or at least as mind from their higher self. It no longer serves the soul being to be in this place, to be expressed in this way. And you know this, you're languaging this, you're talking about this, you're motivated around this, you feel a sense of motivation around this, you're working on this, you're working through your demons as you change, as you ascend. There's a sense of spiritual strength that is mine here in being quite declarative here and cutting through what no longer serves. Cutting through the imprints here in a space of honoring what is most fair and most honorable for yourself, what serves yourself. In many ways here, there's a notion here of like a certain message and language that overpowers and that is stronger than your limitations and the assumptions of your limited and inhibited self, of your entrapped self, of your inhibited self, a version of self. Yeah, that's what I'm getting there. So the energy that flipped out here was a couple cards here, quite a bit, but it was Two of Wands, Page of Wands, language about where you're going next and what your actions are next. So where there is a thought, where there is a sense of passion and a pathway that you choose, it's languaged. Like the language informs the choice. In this case here, in this combination, the language informs the action. There is the Queen of Swords, Page of Cups, the Devil, Page of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Ace of Swords. And with this combination here, the Ace of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Queen of Swords, all these cards right here, you're receiving a lot more impressions here. You might be receiving here a lot of impressions here in the mind, a lot of motivation to speak up, to speak more of your truth, to declare what are your intentions, what is your pathway. You're also that much more motivated to cut through and cut out as it is combined here in this Devil energy, what no longer serves, and work on it, work through this cutting and dissolution process. Yeah. They're the messages of love, light, healing, and wisdom. That is always and channeled as always by my own intuition. Ace of Cups. That deep place of inner knowing and wisdom. I'm getting like major heart opening in that energy. Yeah. The reason why this is being language is because it's connected to your heart. So in that way, they're very well. Excuse me. For many folks here, it could very much be also a process here of a heart opening, of a preparation, a foundation building here in accepting and receiving new loving experiences and expressions. That's what I'm getting in the Ace of Cups and the Four of Wands. It's like building those foundations, building those steps, making sure that in loving expressions, you are in a stable place to receive that, to accept that, to honor that, honor those new experiences of love, of true heart-based resonance, where you are connected in a reality here where you are truly that much more powerfully connected within your heart and the language that is spoken there, that is translated there. There's also a sense of celebration here and honoring here from the universe and from God, Divine, the Spirit, because this process is not easy. It's not easy, and you are working through overcoming, Chariot at the bottom of the deck, many inhibitions and many pleasures, what otherwise would be pleasures, what otherwise would be, you could say, like the spaces of like instant gratifications are being held back by Spirit. Spirit is holding those back. So in the ways here where you overcome and rise to a better version of yourself and engaging with clearing through those blockages and those toxic impressions that don't serve you anymore, the devil, that hold you back, it serves you well. It actually sets up a more a stronger foundation for you to receive and build upon more loving experiences, more abundant, more heartfelt and sincere expressions and realities in your world. Interesting. Yeah. Any of the messages of love, light, healing, and wisdom. I'm getting this as a small message here. So, this is a bit shorter here compared to other messages here. So, let's just kind of keep going here. Any of the messages here of love, light, healing, and wisdom. That is always, channeled as always, my own intuition, the deep place of inner knowing and wisdom. Any of the messages. Yeah, you're definitely triggered. Yeah, there's definitely energy here of being triggered. Definitely being triggered. And there's a notion here of where there is growth. It's mined as much in your emotional internal self as it's also reflected in your material world. There's a notion here that I'm getting here, that I've been getting here almost this like one reflects the other. It's like the subconscious, the inner world reflects the material. So like even there's a notion here where it's like there is emotional and spiritual depth that is weighted in the state of your material affairs, in the state of, say, your cash flow, your money flow, your ability to manifest abundance in your life. There's a notion here where there is a very, very strong emotional, internal, and spiritual underpinning. You could say these even these expressions in the shadow, like expressions of the shadow, because this devil energy here definitely speaks to a lot of what hangs out here and sabotages us in the shadows. Yeah. And a notion here wherein when you go through a process of healing, and when you embark on a process of healing and contending with what's in the shadows, there's an assurance here that a key expression here of your growth, Nine of Cups, spiritual and also material growth, lies in a sense of recognizing awareness of where this growth, these changes trigger you. Like where you experience situations where you feel triggered, where you feel confronted, where you feel like you're put in a defensive stance. So these could be like even situations in combination with King of Pentacles. These could be even like situations with like authority figures. Like authority figures with co-workers, with if even confronting the archetype of your own like business leader, like the part of yourself that is a master of your own material realm and domain. Yeah, there's a notion here where there are those triggers and those pull points there. It's like there's a question here. There's a notion here of what does that reveal as it relates to your inner world, to your material, to your inner and spiritual world. It's all connected. Yeah, in Three of Cups, it's in mind, body, spirit. They're all connected. So you might feel a stronger, in a space where you are, judgment, awakening and arising, waking up to a new version of yourself, and also feeling with all this page message energy here, feeling perhaps more motivated to language that and express that within your life, within your experiences. In this way here also with the devil and the judgment energy, this combination, devil, judgment, that combination also gives me all the toxicity that you leave behind in your awakening process. Once and for all. Because you've declared it. It's supported by you declaring it. By you setting that intention. By you languaging that. Languaging where you are set back. Languaging your inhibitions. Languaging your self-limiting beliefs. Languaging the areas in your life, whether that be in your career, your family, your friendships, your romantic connections, friendships, money, career, wherever. Where there's a space where there's an honest languaging. That's also I perceive where also where a lot of this, like, you might perceive you're getting a lot of like throat chakra energy here. Because you're able in that way, in that opening of the heart and the throat chakra, you're able to language an emotional, internal, honest truth. Where are your inhibitions? As they are reflected in the material world that you are otherwise, perhaps for some time, have been and are trying very much with great effort to mine a sense of mastery and success within. Well, what are the subconscious internal expressions that hold you back from embodying this energy? And in that way, having a sense of harmony and union in mind, body, and spirit, as illuminated in this Three of Cups energy. Yeah, interesting. What are the expressions, even energetically, the assumptions, the programming, like what are those even just energetic expressions that have carried over for far too long that both yourself and God Divine Spirit are saying, no, enough is enough. We gotta go. This has to go. This energetic expression that might have carried over from like family lineage, definitely strong in family lineage and in multiple lifetimes. Certainly this crosses over and perceiving in a long form period of time. Yeah, this has to go. Yeah, this has to go. Yeah, fighting for Four of Pentacles, Five of Wands, fighting for a sense of dominion and identity across this expression that has been held on for a very long time, that is toxic, that no longer serves you, that holds you back. It's not worth it anymore. You need no longer construct your sense of identity and building within the material world within limiting expressions, whether in thoughts, in ambitions, in actions, in assumptions, in beliefs, in morals, ethics, etc. Yeah. Eight of Cups, Four of Cups. Where you are disillusioned, you're giving a pathway. You're lent a pathway here of where you move next. There's also kind of a litmus test here. If this no longer feels emotionally resonant, it's probably a sign for you to move on and not hold on to it. Don't fight for a yeah, death at the bottom of the deck. This is a sign. Your internal feelings of disillusionment, of ignoring, of yeah, okay, that's nice, but okay, whatever. That's probably a sign it's meant for you to move on. There's also a notion here of re-examining. It's like re-examine also what you might have been ignoring and disregarding for some time. Is that in a dual way here? Is that ignoring and like, okay, that's nice, but maybe not? Is that a sign of a pathway, of a choice, of a situation that you should be actually moving towards? Or is that a sign of an expression that you should be moving away from? As you awaken, you become a bit more clear, I perceive, as to which one of those expressions are, which one of those are. Yeah. The Hierophant. Yeah, beliefs. Yeah, it's based in beliefs. You're also constructing new beliefs in real time. New ethics, new beliefs. There's also a notion here of very practical spiritual guidance and advice that you can access at this time. That is language that can be actually put together and put to you in a way that is pretty clear cut and straightforward. Like it's not nebulous. That's what I'm getting here in this Hierophant energy. There's a notion here where you don't have to presume in moving, like navigating advice and the best way to go forward from a space that is like nebulous. You can ask for very clear direction and guidance as far as what to engage in further, what actually serves you that you might have ignored, and what serves best for you to let go of. You can access very clear advice. There's also a notion here wherein you might look for a mentor. You might look for guidance. You might look for even like other sources whether in books, whether in like other spiritual teachers, like resources to lend you and help you along in gaining some guidance. If even in gaining some context as to what is occurring and unlocking what might have been something that has been unfolding in mystery, in a sense of nebulousness for you for some time. It's a community effort. We're all helping each other. Because in many ways, as a community here, Three of Cups again, we're all kind of going through a similar experience with different shades of meaning and understanding expressed in that. So in that way, we can all help each other. Yeah. Any last messages of love, light, healing, and wisdom? Let us always, channel as always, my own intuition. Yeah, again, this cooperation energy, Three of Pentacles, yeah, definitely speaks to a sense of collaboration and asking for assistance. Ask for assistance, ask for guidance. Stretch even your perspective here of your experiences that very well might put you out of your comfort zone, but that can actually really help you in the long run. That helps you along in that way. Yeah. Any last messages? Let us always, channel as always, my own intuition. That deep place of inner knowing and wisdom. Any last messages? Ooh. No, that's too much. Any last messages? Queen of Wands. I saw King of Wands earlier. So that's, oh, the Magician. Oh, there's a strong, like, manifesting energy that is occurring here. That very well is mysterious, but that is coming into you. This is also a confirmation. Oh, there's a strong emotional underpinning to this, Queen of Cups. The energy that flipped out, the Magician, which again is like linking prior. At the beginning here, I was talking about communication, this energy of communication, and Queen of Wands, which speaks to, I'm getting a sense of like attraction and a magnetic pull. It seems mysterious, and it may even seem like at certain points in time that what you're choosing and what you're manifesting and what is coming into yourself in the future that you deserve seems mysterious. Feels like it's shrouded in light. It's shrouded in darkness. But the assurance of the manifestation is quite clear. It's quite clear, it's quite clear, it's quite straightforward, it's quite clear-cut. Continue to trust in your intuition and where you are emotionally invested. Where your emotions and inner senses, intuitive senses pull you and draw you towards. Don't fall into the trap here where your intuitive senses, you assume that they're sabotaging you. No, that's your mind. That's not your intuition. That's sabotaging you. Your mind sabotages you. Your inner knowing and inner guidance does not. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Speaking of intuition. Three of Swords. Much of this healing here is getting to a place where you trust your inner guidance. The High Priestess. In combination here with this Magician energy, because I'm getting this is a very, very strong pair, because in this way there's manifestation that's occurring here from the subconscious. There's a weaving of fate here that is occurring here from the subconscious. You have been subconsciously manifesting these high vibrational new realities in your life for quite some time and weaving in real time. The Three of Wands gives me the notion here where they are coming in. You need not stress yourself over when are they coming in, what's the time, what's going on. That does not matter. Stay in your power, stay in your knowing, stay in your passion, and they'll all come to you in blessings. They are assured, they're here for you. Yeah. Okay. Getting that straightforward here. We'll stop that right there. Okay. I hope that helps. Thanks so much, everyone. Take care. Bye.